Hello everyone, welcome back to BPO interview tutorials. I hope you guys are doing really well, and today is Sunday. I hope you guys are enjoying a lot. So today we came up with an interesting video that is on what are the top 10 hard questions asked by the HR to the associate or senior associate in the call center. So it's not only related to those, but we can also use those questions and answers for the other opportunities as well if you are looking for like quality or anything. But mostly these questions are focused on associates and senior associate. Before moving to the video, I would request everyone to share, subscribe the channel, click on bell icon so that you will get notification on all the upcoming videos. Have you checked our playlist? There are approximately 263 videos, guys, wherein all the videos will provide you information related to trainers, team leaders, operation manager, quality analyst, WFM analyst, people management, MS Excel dashboards, reports, which we guys actually use in our call center process, even project management related videos. You will find many videos that will help you in cracking the interview very easily, guys, very easily. You no need to go to any other place to understand the concept more better. Watch out are all the playlist, you will get all the answers. So please do share, subscribe and like the videos if you really find the content is useful for you. So let's move today on the today's video, that is on what are the top 10 personal interview questions. Why I mentioned here as in personal, these questions are basically asked upon your experience, what you guys have gained in your current role. So I would say like it's something related to personal. Someone will ask you the personal questions with regards to their weakness, strength. Might be they will ask you about what changes you want to bring out. So in this way we will ask some questions, and we will try to get some answers. Definitely I will not go with the question tell me something about yourself, because that is the basic and simplest question I have seen everywhere in the YouTube video. But I came up with a certain 10 questions what I personally feel. Once you get those questions, and definitely if you ask me first time when I got this question, I got confused what to give the answers here. Today we will see the concept, we'll see the focus, what focus we have to keep on which particular point. We will also see with the help of examples. Let's move out with our 10 questions. Here we go, guys. We have 10 questions here. I'm not stopping you only with the 10 questions. Definitely in upcoming days you will find more questions with regards to your personal interview rounds. So here are those 10 questions. Like we will go with like, please explain through your resume why you want to leave your current job, and have you ever disagreed with your manager? What is the biggest regret you find or you found when you took any decision? And what is the biggest risk you have taken? What is your biggest weakness? Also, like you worked on any project and if got failed, what you guys have done there? Are you comfortable with the rotational shift? I believe for this particular question mostly our answers will go in a negative manner, right? We will not always go with the positive note here. I know personally, if you ask me, definitely no one will get ready to work in the night shifts. But definitely if there is a business requirement and you have to give a justified answers so that interviewer get convinced, today we will learn about that. The last one here is one thing you don't like in your current process. So we will see all the answers, but before moving to that, there is something for you guys, a question mark, that is here. Or with all these 10 questions, my main intent here is how positively we can give the answers here. Because mostly what happens, what personally we faced, we will try to express there, but somewhere during our interviews we have to be very diplomatic, and we have to give our answers in such a way the interviewer get convinced, and definitely he interviewer feel like yes, this is the perfect, he is the perfect or she is the perfect person for this particular role. So always try to have that in mind and give your answers. Let's go with the first question here. The first question say, walk me through the resume. So basically you guys will prepare your biodata, I would say resume, and everything, right? So now HR is asking, please Can you go through your resume? How you guys will explain about that? So you can see here I kept one focus point. The focus point here is you will always highlight your education, although everything is there in the resume, but sometimes you might get this question. Second, you will go with your work history. Third, you will go with your career goals. So let's go with an example here. So I will directly read this example so that you will understand in more detail. So the example says, I started my career in customer service about X years ago. You can mention your experience. My first role was at this particular company where I worked as a customer service representative. There I handled high numbers of inbound calls, assisted customers with the billing questions. This is just an example what you guys have worked. You have to explain it. Technical issues XYZ. It taught me how to stay calm under pressure, active listening, and resolve the issues efficiently. Guys, you understood one point here. I told about my process. I told about my company details. I told about my experience. Then I also told what I have learned something from that company. Make sense? Right. Before that, you have to go with your education's details also, guys. I did not mention it because it's basic and you guys can explain it very well. Let's move to the second point. After about a duration, I moved to the another company, a larger call center, where I took one more complex issue and even help onboard new agents. I was recognized for maintaining a high call resolution rate and consistently exceeding my call quality targets. Are you able to understand one point here? With all my experience, I'm adding the achievement what I have received, what I have gained. So I'm adding all those information there. Third point, what I mentioned. So you guys no need to read out or copy paste all the points from here. You have to understand like how could I go in more better way in front of HR when they are asking me this particular question. Most recently, I worked with a particular company as a senior call agent. In this role, I did not handle escalated calls, but also supported my team leader with the coaching junior staff and reviewing performance metrics. I also collaborated with the quality assurance team to improve customer satisfaction scores. Guys, understanding one point, with the help of the experience what you guys carried, I'm adding few more additional things here which are relating directly me for the next role also. See, I mentioned there I worked with my team leader, even the quality team here. So understanding my point, in this way you have to go through your resume so that HR or will understand, yes, he or she is the experienced person and also know how to work correlatively with the quality training or other pillar of our call centers. And you can last explain whatever experience you carry. Like I have an experience on MS Excel, PowerPoint presentation, Jira, Power BI, etc. Whatever you guys have, whichever tool you guys have used. And my goal here is to look forward as an operation team leader in my upcoming years. Let's move to the next. Why you are leaving your current organization? Definitely you will not say I'm fed up, or you will not say like I already completed 2 years, for better opportunity I want to switch. Guys, please don't use those answers. If you use that, definitely HR directly understand that you are running for the money. Definitely they will directly understand like, okay, if you carrying 3 4 or 2 years experience, they will still consider on the basis of your communication skills and the experience you carry. But still, what I personally suggest, don't give all these answers. Let's go with something advanced here. So we'll go with the focus point. The focus is here, this is the one of the most common one in the call center interview, and the key to stay positive, professional, and focus on your career goal, not complaints. This is the what you have to take care, guys. No one will say looking for the better opportunity or for the better hike. You can go with a certain example here. So how I will say, or else how we will say when HR asks this particular question. Sorry. I'm grateful for the experience I have gained in my current company over the past years. I have learned a lot of things about handling a wide variety of customer issues, working in a fast-paced environment, and improving customer satisfaction. However, I felt I have reached a point where I'm ready for the new challenges and the growth opportunities. Guys, understanding my point? Diplomatic way you have to convince that yes, you have gained your experience and you want to switch now, which indirectly give the answer to the HR that yes, he have achieved something and he want to go with more challenges. Indirectly, I would say If personally what I will think here might be like I don't have a good hike, that is the reason I want to leave, but we will not say all these answers. Make sense? For an example, in my current role, I have consistently meet or exceed my performance metrics and even help new team members. But there aren't many opportunities for the advancement right now. Guys, understanding my point, how he is putting the points very clearly here. That is the reason I'm looking for the position where I can continue to build on my skills, contribute a more stronger team, and potentially grow into a leadership role over a time. From what I have read and heard about your company, it seems like a great fit for the next step. Guys, appreciating the company where you guys are going. So this is also main point you have to keep. I hope this point is really clear to everyone. Like when you are going to explain, we'll never say I'm looking for the better opportunity or I'm looking for the good hike. No guys, you have to be very very accurate when you are telling all the information here. Let's move to the next question. Have you ever disagreed with your manager? Basically what we will say here, yeah, I disagreed with my manager because he did not provide me leaves when I required, or might be my manager was very partial, that is the reason I basically say I was disagreed with most of the, and he used to put a lot of pressure on us, that is the reason I disagreed with. No guys, we will not use all these answers. Try to understand. You have to give your best, you have to give your all the answers in such a way which directly relate to your process and the work. Reason why, if you say all these answers which we have spoke few minutes back, definitely HR will think he's not a correct fit because he has lot of complaint with the work pressure and everything. Might be in current organization he or she is not able to handle, how could he or she will handle in the next one? So these all are the wrong answers. We will go with the new one. Let's see here with the help of example. Yes, I have. I and I think it's completely normal to sometimes have a different perspectives. What's important is how to handle it. Let's see how uh, the person is giving the answer here. One time my manager changed the way we were prioritizing the callbacks. So this is an example, might be they are doing the outbound calls. Okay, the new system was first come first served. Okay, it is first come first serve, but I noticed that some high priority customer issues like refund live concerns are not being solved. Okay, this was the issue they have identified. I respectfully brought it up during the team meeting. I explained what I was seeing on the floor and shared few specific cases and suggested we can categorize callbacks by urgency instead of just a time. At first, my manager was hesitant, but after reviewing the call data and the few customer complaints, they agreed to run a 1 week trial of the new system. It actually improved our customer satisfaction, which is CSAT, scored slightly and helped reducing repeated calls. So while we disagreed initially, the key was approaching it respectively, backing it up with facts and focusing on what we best the customer and the team we can achieve. Guys, understanding. So we will not say the personal issues what we face with the manager, right? We have to go with the process improvement due to which you disagreed, but you disagreed so that the process and the customer satisfaction can improve. And how that happen, you guys should have a data ready with you. Definitely working as an agent you won't have more data, but whatever calls, whatever emails, chats you guys have received, you can keep those IDs somewhere if that process allows you, and get the data ready and explain in front of your manager, this is what I have observed, and definitely because of our new changes our prime customers are getting impacted. So this is disagreed, but this is a positive for the company, positive for the process. So in this way you guys can explain your disagreement with your manager more effectively rather than saying my manager did not provided me leaves. Let's move to the next point. What is the decision you regret? Again, uh, what is the decision you regret? Might be we have many things that is not fixed definitely, or sometimes we requested something and we thought of something, but the issue was not solved, many things may comes, right, due to which we feel this regret. But again, if you are telling anything to the HR, you should be very very diplomatic and very very short. You should give the short that should comes with your experience. You feel you have identified, and due to the experience whatever you have achieved. So let's see with an example. First we'll go with the focus here to see how you reflect, take the accountability and learn from the past experience. And let's see with an example. So what example here is, there was a person, okay, one decision I regret was not speaking to my manager sooner about the scheduling issues that was affecting my both the performance and the morale. At the time I was consistently scheduled for back-to-back closing shift, which made it hard to manage personal responsibilities and stay fully energized during high level call volume. Sir, I didn't want to seem like I was complaining, so I kept quiet and I just tried to push through. Eventually I started to impact my focus. I seen that there is an impact on my performance and my quality scores. When I finally brought up it to my manager, they were actually very understanding and willing to adjust my schedule. They even thanked me for being honest. They just hadn't realized the pattern was affecting me that way. Looking back, I regret not bringing that too early. I thought me that communication was management is the key. Communication is the management, like communication with management is a key, and that brings transparent. Especially when it it can help prevent burnout or performance dip. Is better for everyone. So guys, understand this example, understand the story. The regret what the person is feeling is due to the work pressure or something, was not able to focus. Initially employee thought that I can take this up so and so, but later on what happened, that impacted the quality score. Now the manager was really good, and the employee went to them and explained the issues, wherein manager understood, changed some scheduled, uh, they worked on the performance and everything, and the issue got sorted. So definitely what employee thought here, it would be better if I would have highlighted this earlier. So this is the regret what I felt personally. So in this way the agent was explaining here. So in this way you have to give your answers, guys. So definitely HR will understand, like you're more towards the process, you're very eager to learn new things, you're very energetic towards your work, so everything will comes here. Let's move to the next question. What is the biggest risk you have taken? Sometimes while working as an associate or senior associate, what happens, I would personally say 60 or 70% of the agents who are newly joined or experienced, they only come and work for the 9 hours of their shift. They will think I need to utilize my break, I need to complete my targets, I need to go back to home. This is what happens mostly. But there are few who are ready to take risk, who always focus on initiatives, sharing the ideas and everything. So guys, whenever it comes, when HR is asking you about what risk you have taken, that doesn't mean that I have taken risk like from 10th floor to ground floor I came through stairs. No, HR is not looking that. So pick up the high stack move and show that how that make it work, which means if you have taken any risk and due to which do you think there is a process improvement, please explain that scenario here. Understood? Let's go with an example. The biggest risk I took in the call center role was suggesting a change to the escalation process, even though I was still relatively new to the team. That's completely fine if you're new or something, but if something comes in your mind as an idea, don't wait, always share that idea as soon as possible. I noticed that a lot of customers were bringing transfer to supervisor for the issues that agents could have resolved with the right guidelines and flexibility. This was increasing hold time and putting unnecessary pressure on the management team. Even though I was still proving myself, I took the initiative to gather the data from my own calls and few teammates. I proposed a revised escalation guidelines during the team meeting. I was nervous because I wasn't in a senior role, but I felt strongly that it could help both the team and the customer experience. Surprisingly, my manager appreciated the initiative. They asked me to help the pilot the new process with the sum of the group of the agents. Over the time, it reduced the escalation and improved the first call resolution resources also, scores also. It was a risk because I was stepping out from my lane, but it paid off, and it taught me the value of respectfully speaking up when you see a chance to improve something. Guys, understanding my point? He got some idea, he explained in front of meeting, he gathered some data, manager understood, gave 1 week of time. And sometimes what happens, every time I would not say that we'll get a positive result. That's completely fine. We might get a negative result too, but your ideas and initiative will boost up to your all the creative things, right? So always speak something that is relevant to your process and what risk you have taken with regards to that, not something you have done with the games or something. No, HR is not looking there. Let's move to the next point. What is your biggest weakness? Oh my god, my biggest weakness is I cannot sit on this chair for a longer time. Oh my god, I cannot travel for 20 kilometers. Guys, no, HR is not looking for that. You have to share something again which is related to your work. Understanding my point? I know it's a personal interview round, but what I personally suggest, something over personality. If you show this over personal or something, it will not help you guys, definitely. So always link something, the weakness which is impacting to your work, right? So let's go with an example. Let's see the focus. Share something true and small that you have learned with to improve. So I'll go with the example directly. Okay, I'm not reading all this point. So what happened here, there was an agent, so he's sharing the example where initially what happened in the call center, we might get the irritated customer, right? Angry customer. So because of those angry customers and their issues, the person is carry forwarding that particular tension to the next call, and sometimes the reaction will come to the next call. So this is impacting the issues and the concerns, the role, the scores, everything for the agent. So what happened here, the agent realized that this could impact the performance and the mindset, and also somewhere the emotions, right? Now what the agent did, started using some techniques like breathing between the calls, mentally resetting before going for the next call, reminding self like okay, the customer is upset and I need to support him in this way. In this way, it's not personally to me, it is something the service by which the customer is not happy. In this way I understood, like the customer or the person is not angry on me, it's he's angry on the service what we are providing. So in this way what happened, I understood that this is my weakness, I want to improve it. So weakness here is I'm carry forwarding all the customer issues personally, and that is impacting my scores. But gradually I learn it, and definitely in upcoming days, like my ongoing days, I have worked on it, and I took my breaks on time, everything managed very nicely. And in weekends, like I would say in weekends, I also did some meditation and all, so that I can keep myself focused. In this way this is my biggest weakness, but definitely I have improved it here. So in this way you can explain. Let's move to the next point. Guys, we almost completed 5 to 7 questions now. If you still feel like something I have explained that is worth, I would request everyone to please subscribe my channel, and also give some feedback which you really felt today, that yes, these things are really connected with us. Please share something to me, definitely it will improve my moral definitely here. So please don't miss to do that. Okay, let me go with one more example, that is, tell me about a project that is failed and what you did. It happens. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so sometimes what happened, like as an agent or senior agent, your team lead will involve you in any project, or you took some initiative with some of the project, and sometimes it might get failed. Okay, so what you have done there. So again, we have to explain 3 things here: what went wrong, how you fixed, and what changes it happened then. Okay, so this is our focus point. Let's go with an example. One project that didn't go as per we planned. and we thought of improving the customer satisfaction by implementing a new call script, basically that includes some guidelines and everything. Okay, we rolled out that particular script without doing any practice sessions. Directly we rolled out by understanding or by assuming the regular call flow. But what happened, that project did not gone well, the call script did not gone well, and we were getting desats more, that is customer dissatisfaction more, and due to which the performance of the entire team got reduced. What we did again, to improve that particular process, we again worked on the desats what we have received. We again created the script and we worked on that particular script. We did some practice on some of the calls, and we also took some of the team members to experienced team members to utilize that. Then we came up with the final observation and we rolled out that script, and gradually a CSAT got improved. So this is the project that got failed, but again gradually we have improved on that. So this give again a good impression in front of HR that you worked on something, you got failed, but again you got succeed. So in this way you have to explain it. Let's move with the most important question, I would say. Are you comfortable with a rotational shift? Sorry, I am not comfortable because I have a sleep issue. I cannot work in night. Guys, please don't give all these answers. You have to give very simple and basic answers here which are related to your work. Okay, so let's go with the answer here. That is, yes, I'm comfortable with the rotational shift. I understand that call centers often work for 24 into 7 and extended hours to support the customers in a different time zone, especially in the industries like e-commerce or tech support or something, right? In my previous role, I worked in the various shift, morning, evening, weekends, and I have adapted my routine accordingly. I actually think rotational shift keeps the work environment dynamic and also and allow everyone to share the workload fairly. As long as the schedule is communicated in advance, I'm fully okay with it and prepared to manage my time and energy accordingly. Guys, this is very good answer. Please try to use the points from this particular example and give your answer there. Make sense? Let's move to the next. Handle work pressure. This is again a very good question. You know, right, in call centers, specifically back to back calls, back to back emails, in peak days of e-commerce, you will get not a time to take a break. Work pressure, many things may comes. Always give positive answer in front of the HR, guys. Please try to understand. Okay, so let's go with an example here. So the example says, working in a call center naturally comes with the pressure. Makes sense, especially during the peak hours of the product launch. But I have learned to manage by staying organized and focused on what I can control. Example, during my holiday season, yes, during the holiday season, at my previous call center job, we were dealing with a huge spike of volumes, long queues, frustrated customer, many things I have seen there. But I made sure I was actively listening to so that I can resolve the issue certainly efficiently. I also made use of short breaks to rest, to reset mentally. Just a few deep breath or a quick stretch made a big difference. And if I noticed a recurring issues that was slowing things down, I have flagged this to my supervisor so that they can address to this particular team. By staying calm, managing my time, keeping a positive attitude, I was able to maintain my quality score even under pressure. In this way, you have to give the answers, guys. So I hope this is somewhere. I would not say you have to copy paste everything. Pick the few points, few best point which you guys feel like yes, those are related to me, and give your answer efficiently. I believe this is the last question. Might be. Okay. One thing you would like to, you don't like in your current process. Yeah, I don't like the coffee machine is not working. The lift is not working. The chairs are not at all good. Guys, no. These answers where HR is not at all looking. So we have to go again with the things which are related to our work here, right? So find the opportunities again which you don't love or don't like, and try to have the solution also, or else at least you should have something you can solve. I'm not telling that it is okay, yes, you will solve everything, but you should have some solution steps with you. So here we can go with one example, that is one thing I don't particularly so the example is basically, I would give a summary here is, the quality feedbacks what we are receiving in my company is on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis. what happens here is, because of this our performance is getting impacted. Reason, if someone is sharing me a weekly basis feedback, definitely for the next 5 days I have already done a blunder by following the old process updates, or the, because I'm not getting feedback on a real time basis or a regular time basis. So this is one thing I don't like in my current process. I also spoke to my manager, even the quality team, to have a settled process with this particular with the particular point, and definitely this will give a good customer satisfaction, and definitely everyone will be aligned to the process and everything. So in this way I'll give this answer, right? Makes sense? That's all guys, these are the tough 10 questions what I personally feel that you guys should understand. You should have a basic understanding about it. Again, my theory is very simple. Don't memorize everything, pick up the few good points and give your answers accordingly, right? So also do check out our playlist, you will find many videos. You guys have really understood the concept about the 10 hard questions. I appreciate at least one feedback, that is thank you, at least. Guys, please do that. Don't miss to say subscribe the channel, check out our Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn page, you will find many more information. Thanks a lot guys, have a great day.